Well, hello, you gorgeous mother truckers, and welcome to another video. Right then, as mentioned in the previous video, I have the permission from one of my subscribers to read out her comments, which she put on the fact that when I announced that the investigation into the grooming gangs had been cancelled by Labour government, especially Jess Phillips. Now, I'm going to read the comment out. I have got permission. I'll actually show you this. I'm going to read it out because obviously people listen sometimes instead of watching. This will demonstrate to people how some victims have been treated in this disgraceful situation. And it sort of shines a light on how things can go against people. And it's not right. And something like this needs to have the light shined upon it. It is harsh at times, it's brutal, and it's honest. Take it as it is. This lady has suffered, lived through it, and it continues to suffer with the consequences. So I'm going to bring it up. I know some people will say, why do you read stuff? As I said, sometimes some of my actual people who listen to my subscribers actually listen more than watch while they're at work and things like that. So that's why things get read out. So at the end, I'll show you the comments that I put and the fact that this has been given. This what I'm about to read out as the express permission of the lady involved. So this was 2 days ago. Obviously, I'm recording this as the sequence while I'm away. So I'm recording this on the 12th of April, the Saturday. So, Little Kitty 22. Remember, this is when the grooming gangs got cancelled. She put, that was to be expected. As a long-standing victim of rape gangs, remember, we have to do this for YouTube. I've experienced more than enough to how the police and the Home Office, as well as women's organisations for abused women, I will actually say rape crisis centres, protect and support the rape gangs while persecuting the victims. In my case, I keep getting arrested and charged with all the crimes that the gangs have in fact committed against me, such as violent rape, false imprisonment, abduction, attempted murder, harassment, stalking, etc. I am a tiny disabled girl, by the way, until recently severely disabled. Just let that sink in for a little bit. It's a cracking opening and it's a brutal opening, and so just, yeah. The police and Home Office are bending over backwards to support and protect the gangs. The police personally instructed the Home Office to immediately issue British passports to gang members. Women's Aid, Pathway Project, Victim Support and several rape crisis centres are actively supporting the gang members while having me banned for life. I'm also banned from all the local churches, from most hospitals and from all places where there are vulnerable people. I'm not allowed to have a relationship. I'm also banned from dealing with men. A warning about me has been sent to all businesses and tradesmen in my city. So if I need someone to help me with something around the house, I need to get somebody from outside my city and pay extra. And this happens all the time. Given that I'm disabled and cannot do the most basic things around the house and I have no family to help. The gang members, meanwhile, have got their British passports, benefits, houses, legal aid, and the police keep them updated as to where my whereabouts. The Home Office keeps them updated about my employment details, meaning moving away would be pointless. I have been threatened very severely by senior officers in both West Midlands and Staffordshire Police to keep very, very quiet about this. Made it clear that if I speak up, they would ensure that I would go to prison for life. I am now going to make sure that it's perfectly understandable that understood that I do not actually have any contact with this lady at all. So don't come asking me, because I'm just reading a comment that I got from somebody on my YouTube channel. Don't know the person. I don't know where she lives. All I know her as is Little Kitty. Don't know any other details other than that. Now, the police have also marked me as a sex offender and as a violent rapist, and as the perpetrator, I am therefore unemployable. So I said, it would be nice if I could read that out for all to hear. You deserve a louder voice. She put, yes, please. The world needs to know about this. You have my full permission to read this out in the video. But thank you. She's put, thank you. So there you go. And see, what makes this even worse is when you listen to people like this. Joe Rich. Can't say it destroyed their lives, because the people I've spoken to, it hasn't. Labour's ex-leader of Oldham Council, Amanda Chatterton, now campaigns manager in Yvette Cooper's Home Office team, constantly downplayed the drugging, gang raping and trafficking of children. I'm now going to play this for 25 seconds. You'll hear the people who are around who aren't happy, but let's just listen to what she has to say.
Since the publication of that report 2 weeks ago, I spoke to a number of victims, and they came forward and ran me that week. The victims that were referenced in the report, but also other victims of CSE in Oldham, and speaking to those people and how it has affected their lives, and they were. You can't say it's destroyed their lives, because the people I spoke to, it hasn't, but it has had an impact into adulthood.
How this person can do that, how this person can stand there and say that, and what that actually does to me, and after reading Little Kitty's point of view, is everybody's been told to shut up, be quiet. They will gladly sacrifice thousands of young girls who've been drugged, gang raped, trafficked, passed around like pieces of meat, treated like dirt, abused. And then when they go to the police, not believe, the police saying, oh, well, they were drunk. They know what they're doing. Oh, well, that one's a bit of a slag in any case. These have all been said. Not believed by the police, not believed by social services, covered up by councillors, covered up by government. Because everything needs to be kept quiet, because we daren't offend the Boglims. Reading that thing that Little Kitty wrote is terrible and heartbreaking. Some may say she's just making it up. I honestly, when you look at what's going on in this country, I don't. It's all about keeping it quiet. Why do you think when Elon Musk threw the light on there, they had to go on about him interfering in British politics and anything and everything, calling him everything under the sun, actually getting the counter-terrorism team to look at Elon Musk's posts, because it actually did provide a threat to the clearly massive paedophile problem that we have in this country, and we're importing it every single day. Every single day. And people will still think that in reality nothing happened. And they still think it's historic. It's still happening right now. And it's still being covered up right now by people in power. And yet you get into trouble for even mentioning it. I'll tell you now, every time I do a video about grooming gangs, the monetization, it becomes limited. It means I can't make any money. You can't make any money off these videos, even though it's fucking pittance. Because you're not allowed to. This will get suppressed. This will get the comment section obliterated, like my comment section is all the time. My channel is constantly kept down. It was going really, really well. I was getting, some videos, quite a few videos, and we're getting over 1,000 views. Now, I'm lucky if I get 300. And it's because of what I talk about. Genuinely is. And until you get really big, there's nothing you can do about it. Just keep plodding along. I mean, I've lost this couple of weeks over 20, nearly 30 subscribers. 2 weeks. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I won't shut up and I won't be quiet and I won't stop talking about these things because this needs to be spoken about. You see, my philosophy is stuff doesn't get fixed unless you sit down and talk about it. You have to have difficult conversations. But if you're not prepared to listen, if you're going to silence people because they're saying things you don't agree with, nothing will ever get fixed. And when that happens, you then have to have a leader like your Trump who will do what he wants to do and be damn the rest of you because you just don't want to listen. Do video after video after video. I've done hundreds of videos and I won't stop, even though it can get really disheartening at times because you just know you're banging your head against the brick wall. But maybe, just maybe, slowly but steadily, we can win this one over. And maybe, just maybe, we can save our country. Maybe, just maybe, you can take your heads out of the sand, stop watching shit on the TV, stand up for the kids, the grandkids of this country, and say enough is enough. Maybe I'll live long enough to see that. I've got a funny feeling the way it's going. Maybe I won't. Who knows? Any case, 2 videos coming up at the end of this one. One will be the last one I uploaded. The other one will be selected by the gods of YouTube with their mighty algorithm. It's called The Chosen One. If you agree with what I'm saying, you can subscribe, you can like, share this one if you can. Let me know what you're feeling in the comment section that I know on this particular one is probably going to get absolutely obliterated. If you want to support the channel, there are multiple ways. They're all down below in the description. Only if you can. Only if you can. With that, I'm done. So, until the next one.
What the fuck is this?